Good evening, everyone. Welcome to closing comments here for May 20th. Let's jump right into our charts and see what happened in the market today. First up, we got our August live cattle on the board. We did see a pretty sharp breakdown here in this cattle market today. Prices did sell off early off that opening range, briefly undercutting 243 there midday. However, we continue to see good response from those buyers down there in the low 240s. This market bouncing here late, rallying up there towards a closing price just above 245. Not a huge bounce off that level like we saw in that feeder market, but still seeing good recovery here off of those low 240s. Pretty similar action today to what we've seen here in recent weeks. We continue over the last about 2-3 weeks here. We have seen some pretty choppy, volatile action here between 249 and 241. We continue to get these sharp, aggressive sell-offs down here into the low to mid 240s, but those buyers keep stepping back in and offering some support down here. As we can see, it's happened multiple times in recent weeks, and just same story here today, pushing down here towards these prior week lows, and bouncing back off of those lows there into the close today. So far, we expect to see this choppy action to continue here in between this 240 to 249 level until we can get some solid traction and a close back here above 249 to 250. This market should be pretty comfortable here right around 250. That seems to be a pretty comfortable price point here for this live cattle market in the near term. We still expect to see good buyer support here. We got this uptrend still intact as long as we can remain trading above 240 and that 50-day average. We anticipate more buyer support here in the low 240s if need be, but we should see these bulls continue to try and put some pressure up on 249 and keep this uptrend rolling here. This market should find support down here near these prior week's lows and our 50-day average, and as long as we can defend that 240 line, the bulls are still looking good here and have some potential for some more upside here into the end of the month. Next up, we got our August feeders on the board. Similar story here in this feeder market, just seeing a little bit more strength late. We did see that sharp breakdown here early today, coming off that 364 all the way back down to 358. However, we did see a nice sharp bounce here late, rallying up there, falling just shy of 366 into the close. Price did have a nice strong finish there above our prior week's highs and our bull pivot there at 362. This opens the door to some more upside, so look for this feeder market to start pushing up here towards the mid 370s. We have seen this thing just kind of bounce back and forth here between about 355 to 375, 380. So we should see this market have a nice smooth sailing up there towards 375. We'll have to wait and see if these bulls can muster up enough traction here to make another run up there through this all-time high and keep this uptrend on track. But so far, these both live and feeder markets have been pretty comfortable in these areas. Not anticipating any major breakdowns here as long as we can maintain these bear pivots here at 356 on this August feeder contract and 240 here on that August live cattle contract. So far, this market just looks pretty comfortable in the area. The bulls still have the upper hand here, and the uptrend does favor them. So we should see some momentum pushing up there into those all-time highs as long as we can maintain these major averages and our bear pivots here for the remainder of the week. Look for some more upside here to continue in this feeder market back up there towards 375 into the weekend. Next up, July corn futures on the board. More back and forth action here in this corn market. Not a whole lot to be said. Just continuing to see good range bound choppy action. Continue to see some wide trading ranges during the day session. Prices just continuing to bounce back and forth here between the 450s and 480s. Not a whole lot else to be said here. Don't diddle in the middle. Wait for this market to touch either ends of this range here before we start making any sort of bets. In the meantime, we don't really have much for directional movement here. Look for this corn market to stay pretty comfortable here in this area. Next up, crude prices losing some ground here today. This market continuing to chop up and get tight here around $100. We did see this thing sell off $6-7 here at one point during the day before finishing up there right around 99. This market just continues to tighten up. We have these lower highs and kind of some wild lows down here, kind of some blurry lines, but we continue to see this market stay range bound. We are still stuck right here in the middle of this range, so don't be messing around like that corn market. Don't be diddling in the middle. We should see just more back and forth action here while this crude market continues to settle down and digest all this recent volatility. Next up, equity markets seen a nice bounce here today. The dip was bought. So far, we saw a nice rally here into the close. Prices pushing up there on the S&P. NASDAQ getting a close above that prior day high, while the Dow did see some strength here as well. Over 1% gains here in both the NASDAQ and the Dow. Nice bounce off that 20-day average here over the last couple of days. This Dow index finding the support it needs to make another run back towards those all-time highs. The S&P and the NASDAQ already getting some traction here. Not even getting back to that 20-day quite yet. We still could go back and see it, but so far looking like these bulls are already aiming back for those all-time highs. So not this market continues to show some relentless strength, and that's exactly what we're seeing here. Only seeing about a 2 to 3 day dip. This market can't really get back much deeper than that here at the moment. Good buyer support today. We should see this upside continue and see this market take off back towards those all-time highs here before the week is up. Continue to keep putting money to work, find deals where you can, and we should see this market continue to climb here into those all-time highs. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in tonight. Catch you guys tomorrow.